wretched hat of yours.
Rowan, Holger, why all this shouting?
I could trade that hat for 2 of your horses.
Silence, both of you!
Randvi, I demand that this matter be...
Eivor, thank Tyr.
I heard shouting. Is something wrong?
Holger robbed me, and I demand he be punished.
Ha! Rot is a pointed word. Does the deer rub the stream when she takes a drink? Does a cow rub a field when he crops on sweet grass?
Eivor, this matter requires sensitive judgment. Will you?
Of course. From the beginning, please.
Well now, there is no excuse too small, I see. Nothing to keep you from coveting that seat, is there?
In Sigurd's absence, who has better claim to oversee these disputes?
You might leave them to work it out for themselves, but that would mean letting go, would it not?
Please start again. Tell me all that has happened.
I will start. I have been falsely accused by this Saxon Philistine.
A filly what? Are you mocking me?
Silence, please. I will hear both of your complaints and render a decision, awarding compensation if needed. Understood? Rowan, tell me your version of these events.
As you are aware, Holger and I are neighbors. Near enough that I often catch him at my stables, stealing my tools.
Borrowing.
Holger, let him speak.
Stealing, borrowing. My point being, I have always allowed him to use whatever he pleased. I greatly admire your Norse generosity and had hoped to match it. But this morning, Holger stretched the limits of my grace. Entering my stables for their feed, I found my most beautiful, gentle mare stripped of her tail. Bereft, not a strand in sight. I am ashamed to say my natural suspicion drew me to Holger, and how right I was. For when I peered across the lane, there he was, gripping a horsetail brush slathered with indigo, dragging it across a sheet of...
Painting, Rowan. I was painting. You make it sound so crude.
You see? Such willful arrogance. It will take ages for Ilgifu's tail to reach its former length. I demand compensation.
I understand. Thank you, Rowan. Holger, let me hear your side.
Eivor, you have known me as a skald for years. You have seen how my poems bring life and joy and wisdom to our people. And you know that my work requires a certain, let us say, freedom. To make use of rare resources to compose my verses. Often when lacking the proper tools, I have made use of novel items. Alvis's walking stick, Tovi's inks. All were given gladly.
You cut off my horse's tail to make a brush, you bleed...
Rowan?
As I was saying, this morning in the throes of poetic reverie, I realized that my latest piece required delicate brushwork. I could have used a frayed stick, some cloth, my hands, but no. I needed something gentler, softer. To make a perfect brush, I needed the fine hairs of a well-raised horse. And so I availed myself of a local resource.
You clipped Alfgafu's tail to the rump without asking.
It was early. I did not wish to wake you.
Thank you, Holger. I believe I understand your position. I believe I have heard enough. If you will...
My horse looks like a fool, Eivor. No handsomer than a donkey now. You must do something.
Do not conflate hair with beauty, Rowan. She remains radiant. Elgifer's hair will grow back in no time.
Quiet, both of you. Now listen. Holger, Rowan is clearly in the right. You sheared the tail from his horse without gaining permission.
I borrowed the tail. Borrowed! Does the reality of regrowth not make this a victimless crime?
It is a two-victim crime, Holger. Though they are unharmed, you took without asking, and that will not do. As the horse's value has diminished significantly, you will pay Rowan its market price.
But the horse was not for sale. Rowan, admit it.
My decision is final, Holger. Pay what you owe, and meet tomorrow as friends.
And if I do, may I keep the horse?
Pay the man and be done with it. Rowan, does this satisfy you?
It does. Thank you, Eivor.
Good. Then by Tyr's blessing, let this matter rest. We're done here. Return to your homes in peace.
Would you allow me to pay you with a vibrant painting? After all, in some ways, you are a creation.
Absolutely not. Silver is the only color I wish to see from you.
My love. That Holger, he is quite a character.
I almost envy him. To see the world through such a muddy glass, and live with such petty concerns. He hasn't a care in the world.
Let's not walk too far with that idea. I need you right where you are.
East Anglia is with us. Their King Oswald has pledged his loyalty to us.
Eivor Kingmaker, we shall call you soon. One more thing. I do not know if you heard, but Sven passed away a short time ago. The poor man slipped away in his bed.
I had not heard, no. And how is Tovi? She must be gutted.
It has been rough on her. She spends quite a lot of time at his burial mound. Speak with her, if you have the time.
Oh, look at you, Chewie.
I don't know how to draw without your hand to...
Tovi.
Eivor, it's Sven. He passed while I was away.
Tovi, I'm sorry I wasn't there.
No one was. We had planned to brand Tekla's barrels that morning, and we talked about what we might have for supper. And when I went to collect him, he was in his bed. Sleeping, I thought. But he was already gone.
I'm sure he went in peace.
But he went with plans. Things he wanted to do, things he meant to do. His death was so empty. Not like in our stories.
What stories do you mean?
When we tell stories, the old and wise, they have this calm about them. They know when their end has come and they're ready. Sven wasn't ready. And I wasn't ready either. He was supposed to teach me things. I'm still learning. Everyone looks at me like I will simply carry on his work, as if nothing happened. Because they don't know. They don't know I'm not ready.
Life may ask more of us than we are prepared to give. But all we can do is our best. I was not prepared to lose my parents. But in a flash, they were taken from me. I pressed on, determined to live.
That must have been punishing. But you are so strong and so determined.
Someone else might have done better than me. Or worse. But this was the fate woven for me, so I live it. I know Sven believed in you, in your craft. So do you believe in him? Do you trust him?
He was the most skilled artist I have ever known.
And he chose you. You may step up or step down, whatever you decide. But know that he had faith in you.
Thank you, Eivor. I need to get home.
Be strong, Tovi. And know you are valued. You have taught Tovi well. Through her, you live on. I am sorry I was not here to see you off, old friend. When I close my eyes, Sven, I see your designs on the arms of the gods. I am sorry I was not here to see you off, old friend. You're still here, Edith.
Yes. The Isle of Skye is doing much better, thanks to you. So I've decided to spend more time with Valka, but I'm always happy to visit my people. Would you like to go now?
Not right now. Come to me. Should we take this to your chamber?
No need.
I want to see the Alliance map. So Ceolbert has traveled to Shropshire.
He has, into a difficult situation. The Shire has been mired in a long war with Rhodri, King of the Britons. Ceolbert hopes to negotiate a peace with the Britons of the West. A difficult task for one so green.
I hope your tutelage has prepared him well.
Indeed. But I think it best if you supervise these talks. If Ceolbert can make this work, we will gain a valuable alliance.
I will will make my way to Shropshire.
I am relieved. He and Ivar should be in Quatford just now. You will find it along the Effen Hafun River.
If Ivar is with him, I will certainly be needed.
Fin mwy na i gen garw.
Anam da perpeda washan! Ni'n cam, dim ond un.
Marw! Nawr! Si gallan beri eich ar hon.
I need your eyes, my friend.
We've had nothing for days.
Nettle and turnips. It's all I could find.
It's a swaying air.
There you go, young man. Thank you, Mum.
Come on, boy.
Oh!
You wouldn't... Not half bad, boy. But be fierce, dirty. Strike at my balls.
Ivar, are you training the boy or tormenting him?
One will lead to the other in time.
Eivor, well met. You received my message, and just in time. Our negotiations with the Britons have not yet begun.
I will be at your side when they do. Is there anything I should know first?
The venerable King Rodri is here. I'm to deal with him directly.
Rodri is desperate for peace. Ever since we captured his sniveling brother, Goriad. Sounds like a man coughing up snot. Goriad ap Mervin.
Rodri waits at the church nearby.
Who speaks for Shropshire in these talks?
The last Elderman was killed in battle. Bishop Deolav is standing in.
Until we get this wet whelp installed. That is his father's wish.
I find the idea of leading a shire on my own quite terrifying.
It is a grave thing to be Elderman in a time of war, Gelbert.
He will piss his pants, first thing, that's for certain.
As future Elderman, you should speak in the talks as well. But with humility. Rodri is a king, and will expect to be treated as one.
Rodri will want us to get down on our knees and sniff the rosy wind blowing from his ass. I know the man.
You've met him.
Met him, fought him. He gave me this nick here. Maybe I can give him one back. Remind him some call me King Killer.
It may be you should stay behind, Ivar. That is not a recipe for a good parley.
I'd like you both to be there. To guide me, to judge my fitness.
Give us your word, then. Your blade stays in its sheath.
Eivor, don't make me laugh. We both know what my word is worth. But sure, I will let you do the talking. Probably.
Excellent. Now, to the church, I think. Our guests await. It's not far, just across the village. We've been at war with the Britons for coming on 2 years.
The Britons had the best of it. Tell me and my berserkers plowed through their ranks and chased Rodri's brother into a ditch.
That's why Rodri's talking peace now. It's thanks to Ivar.
I am going to enjoy seeing him squeal, the old oak. Not nearly as much as taking him down, though. That would seal my legacy.
Your legacy?
As King Killer. They do not all get away like Borgred did, Wolf-Kissed.
Keep the peace, Ivar.
What has become of your preening brother?
I have not seen him since we were together in Leicestershire. I am left uneasy when he is away.
You are better off leaving that sauntering Pole in your wake.
Our Bishop Deolav and King Rodri are ensconced in the church ahead.
These houses of Christ, they are all so hard and cold.
Yet within is warmth. The Christian God unites King Rodri, Bishop Deolav, and myself. On his ground, peace will be made.
Britain cow!
Captain O'Neill, explain to the good bishop our position.
Yes, my sovereign. Bishop Deorlav. We are deaf to offers of peace until Guriad is returned to us.
The king's brother.
The king's brother is a moldering sack of cow dung.
You. I know your face, your stench. Ivar, the one they call Boneless. Did I not gift you that scar myself?
Ah, you did. And I mean to gift you a gash, you reeking piss pot in your fat fucking skull.
Hold, both of you. My lord, this is Jailbelt, the future alderman of this shire and the son of King Ceolwulf of Mercia.
This green stripling? Elderman? You can piss without help, boy.
Now, calm everyone. Good faith is all I ask.
You know my demands. Until my brother Gwiriad walks free, peace between us is impossible.
He is lucky he can walk at all. Fell on his own blade, fleeing from us.
I will soon help you fall on yours.
Husband, keep your head. It is in our interest to find a way to peace, all of us.
First, my brother.
First, your head on a pike. Then the runt goes free.
Husband, no!
Enough! This is a house of God. Let us take some few minutes to gather ourselves, shall we? Eivor, to me, I do not know you well. But Ceolbert believes you a steady head. We need such a one.
It may be too late. I see the crows of war gathering.
I have a hefty sum of silver. Speak to the people here. If the silver will help one bring us toward peace, offer it to them.
These talks are stalled. I fear the upshot.
Do not fret. You will be alderman yet. You are with Rodri, yes? One of his advisors.
I am that. Anir ap Cadfarch by name. Address me proper.
Tell me, soldier, do you hold sway with your king?
He consults me for his every decision. If I push for war, he will agree. If I argue for peace, he will follow.
Peace is our desired end. Is there a chance that some silver might lead you to counsel your king in the same direction?
A sack of silver? For me? Yes, I might amend my advice to Rodri for a tidy sum of shining metal. Yes.
You are a wise warrior. Perhaps the silver will come available.
And you, go and take a shit and let me know how it turns out.
Talk, talk, talk. All we do is talk.
Lady, let us get past the anger and find our way to an agreement. What is your husband's greatest concern?
The royal treasury has been depleted by the war. This brings immense strain to Rodri and his every decision.
If I could provide a boon of silver, would that guide your husband away from war?
A replenished treasury would certainly help my husband come to peace.
If such a boon comes, I will consider your words.
We should settle this with blood, not pretty words.
King Rodri.
What is it, Dane?
I wish to help you to peace.
I will not talk of peace until my brother Gwiriad is returned to me.
If you first agree to peace, he will be returned. Would a sum of silver help overleap this difficulty?
I cannot be purchased with looted silver, Dane. Stand away.
Ah, enough of this nonsense!
Dear lady.
The treasure you spoke of would help bring us to peace.
Lady Angharad, take this silver. Do what you can to calm your husband.
I shall. The Kingdom of Gwynedd thanks you.
have spoken with everyone who matters. I should report what I know to Bishop Deola. You are Guriat, are you not? Brother to King Rodri.
So I am, and a bruised pawn in your bloody game.
How do you stand with your brother?
My brother loves me well. Yet he can be slow and stubborn. Were I king, I'd have played all this quite differently.
What if you had the chance?
At the crown, I would leap at the chance to rule. But a man needs wealth to bring down a king. Nobles must be bought, you understand.
I make no promises, but I may be able to find you the silver you need.
Under what terms?
Knock Rodri from his throne. Withdraw all Britain soldiers from Shropshire, and never again threaten this border.
If you speak true, I would make that bargain gladly.
I will see about the silver. Ivar!
Lock the doors, murder that sweating pig, and have done with it.
If I could find you silver, would that quell your bitterness while we seek peace?
Peace? Is that what you think is going to happen here? I told you, I know this bastard.
Will silver quiet you?
It may not. I would have to see the silver in my hands to know for sure.
If there's any silver to be had, I will think about it.
You do that. Now you dangle silver before me. Are you so frightened of the Britons that you fight your battles?
Have you made progress?
The giving of silver is more difficult than I imagined.
Eivor, my friend.
I asked around, as you suggested.
Have you come to a decision? To whom have you given this silver?
Lady Angharad will use the silver to bolster the royal treasury. That will reassure and calm Rodri.
Ah, a wise woman indeed.
Rodri, I see you mocking me. I challenge you. Single
Ivar,
combat
no.
now!
Boneless Ivar. Spineless, toothless, gutless. You cannot kill me. A dragon will be my death, as my seers have foretold.
And your brother. Does your destiny guard him?
Guriad!
By God Almighty, I'll...
Get him to safety, go, quickly!
Kill the boneless one! Paint this chapel with his blood!
Ah, now that is Vikinger diplomacy! Show the fuckers who the real warriors are.
Ivar, you have scuppered the peace.
Do not be fooled by peace, boy. It is just an empty voice between axe blows.
Dear Lord, this is a massacre.
We have no choice now, but to find a way out of this.
Ah, a good test for you, boy.
Lord, forgive us.
Stay close, Jailbert. You watch my back, and I will pull the knives from yours.
Dear Lord.
Stay here, where it's safest, Bishop.
Help me with this fucking door!
Rosary's fled!
Give out here! Shut up, team! Listen, coward! I am Eva, King Killer!
From Mercia!
Hold up a fight!
Almost
You shit!
Don't let me easy. Down board the river!
Kill the Dane! Weakling!
Good God, what carnage! We must let Bishop Deolav know that the battle is done.
You murdered Rodri's brother, you beast! Our one chance at peace is lost.
Peace with Rodri is as likely as you dying a virgin, Bishop. It won't happen. He is too canny, too vile.
What's done is done. We must plan our next moves before the Britons regroup.
They will retreat to their great castle for certain. It's well nigh impregnable.
Then we starve them out. Attack their supplies. Watch them beg for death.
Dear God. More death, more war, endless refugees.
This is our only way forward, Deolav. You know the territory best. How can we hurt them?
Well, for food and supplies, they stockpile cargo at Wenlocan outpost, down south of Quatford.
I came across Wenlocan earlier. I've taken that cargo already.
Well done, Drengar.
Rodri has another secret supply line. Ask among the refugees near the river, those who have fled from occupied villages.
Rodri's Britons will strike back long before we can.
Indeed. They will send Aenir and his soldiers. They train in Wesbury, west of the ruined tower.
You do not need me to hold your hand, Eivor. I will head to Wesbury, scout around.
I know your method of scouting. It always leads to swordplay.
I am as regular as Tidewater.
I shall go with you, if only to get an honest accounting of our situation.
I will meet you both at Westbury then, once I've done some damage. Until then...
One last thing. We'll need a field before our battle's done. Try to free any captives you find. They'll swell our ranks.
That's done. Good Bishop.
Have you made progress, my friend?
Some. Have no fear. That's done. Now to track down their supply line. We'll drag Rodri back to the peace table soon enough.
Friend or foe?
Friends, peace. I was told you might know where the Britons bring in their supplies.
Are we your friends, Dane?
I would have it so.
After years of blood and gore, looting and burning, forgive us if we don't trust a Dane.
Yes, I imagine you've known sword, fire, and death. That you have lost those close to you.
All of us have.
I have known that pain. It brought me to England to start anew. But Rodri and his Britons stand in my way, as they stand in yours.
I understand you well. Perhaps I spoke in haste. The Britons move their goods through Duston Quarry. See that tower to the south? That's the Hillgate remnants. Further on, you'll find the stone quarry.
And thank you.
Hold a moment. If you need extra help...
I may.
Good Mercian men are working in that quarry. They all fought for Thane Merton. If you find yourself in a pitched fight, call out his name in praise. The workers will rally to you.
God bless Thane Merton. Understood.